What's up, party people, and welcome back. This is the series where I take every Street Fighter 6 character from day one all the way to Master Rank. Today, we are looking at the most ungiest of the bungiest. We're looking at Ken Masters, a fan favorite for a very long time now. I think probably the easiest character in the game in every aspect. I mean, maybe he's got some fancy combos here and there, but I never use him. And he's pretty brainless. So no offense to you kid, the guys who people like Kid. I'm just saying this character is easy to win with. So the first thing I do whenever I start learning a new character is their combo trials. Yes, I know Kid has a Hadoken and a Shoryuken. He always has. But the combo trials give you a snapshot into what you're going to be unpacking with on a character throughout the series. Or, I mean, throughout your time with them. So you don't got to finish them. Sometimes you might have a tougher time with some combo trials than others. Don't got to finish them, but it gives you valuable information. Not all the information you need, but it gives you a good start on the information. The way I look at it is it's like when you pick up a novel and you start reading the back of a book. You know what I'm saying? It just gives you that snapshot view into the character and what you're going to be dealing with them. Plus, a character's special moves are their identity, essentially. So, like I said, it just gives you a taste of what all of them are going to be doing. Essentially, like I said, not thoroughly, but it just gives you, it dips your toe in, it gets you ready for dealing with the character. Now that I've got my whistle wet with Ken, and I know a little bit more about him, I know his crouching light punch links into his standing medium punch, etc. Yes, I already knew that, but I'm just saying in general, you know what I mean? So, now that I know all that, I'm going to look to the same four fundamentals that I look to with every single character whenever I start playing this game. So, the four fundamentals I want to teach you, number one, is slow down and enjoy the game. People are so negative these days, and that's all right, but it's going to bring you down, and Street Fighter 6 it could be a taxing game on your mental fortitude, we'll say. Essentially, the idea is, if you're not having fun, go play something else. I know, it's crazy. I'm here preaching Street Fighter 6, people, and I'm telling you to get the hell out of here. We don't want you. No, I'm just kidding. But essentially, yeah, the idea is if you're not feeling it, don't play. But the key to feel it and have more fun is to slow down, essentially. The concept is, don't play for points. Don't play to win. Play to learn and get better. Slow down. If you can drag that timer on the top of the screen down to 0 every match, then you're really getting your money worth. Everyone's like, oh, I didn't pay $60 to block, and then they die in 2 seconds. It's like, yeah, you didn't pay $60 to play the game either, apparently. But yeah, essentially, like I said, the idea is just, what I like to do a lot of the times if I'm trying to get hyped up to play the game is I'll watch like my favorite streamer, or I'll watch like a pro player playing the character that I'm about to be playing. Like all these characters that I'm trying to get the master rank that I don't know anything about, I'll watch somebody play them. And then I'll go from there, I'll get a little hyped up. I'm like, I want to play this game now. Number two fundamental of the four that we're going to be discussing with every single character is a basic execution. And by basic execution, I mean the absolute bare bones. I am not looking for anything fancy at all. Like, literally nothing. What I'm looking for with every single character I'm learning is a light punish, a medium punish, a heavy punish, which is just basic punishes for different situations. Some moves are like really big mistakes, like a block Shoryuken, and you get your heavy punish. Some moves are just like barely punishable, and you need your light punish. Outside of that, I'm looking for something to punish drive reversals, because people are starting to use drive reversals more. A lot of times medium punches are going to do it, but every character is different. I have these basic combos that I'm discussing right now. I have them a little bit further down in the list. If you took pictures of the guide at the beginning, reference back to the guide at the beginning. Sorry if I didn't bring that up right away. I had it probably at the beginning of the video, though, with the note saying, hey, take pictures of me, and I'm bringing it up right now. So if you haven't yet, go back and get your guide because it's free. But yeah, something to punish drive reversals, and sometimes characters need a different crumple combo. Like whenever you get to punish counter drive impact, they need a different combo to go off of that, or wall splat combo. When your opponent blocks essentially in the corner and then they get splatted against the wall, not every combo is going to work in that situation, so you kind of need to learn one that'll work there too. Number 3 of our fundamentals is to develop a game plan. I know you have to think, sorry, Ken players. You have to think, don't worry, Ken players. I'm here to save you. I have a guide for you down below already figured out for you. But essentially the idea is knowing what your character wants to do can help you a lot against people who have no idea what their character wants to do, essentially. Just a basic semblance of a game plan is better than nothing. The way I look at it is like, you are playing a game and there are rules. In baseball, you have to, you could be so damn good at the game. Basketball, you can be so damn good at the game, but you still got to dribble. You know what I mean? In chess, pieces are, there's some really good pieces like the rook and the bishop. You know what I mean? It can move all over the place, but they're very segmented to their lanes in what they can do, essentially. Like literally they can only do what they can do, but damn, they're good at it. But that's the idea I see with Street Fighter characters, is you want to have some semblance of a game plan. We're going to look at 2 pro players a little bit further in this video, and I think Ryukichi and Tokido. We're going to look at them, and I'm going to show you guys how to develop your own game plans, and I'm also going to give you a couple of real easy, I call them starter deck game plans, because they're just the bare bones, and you could add a lot of stuff to them later and really develop them if you want. But yeah, like I said, I just want a basic idea. The 4th and most important rule is, if you're serious about improving, use the 20 and 5 rule. The 20 and 5 rule essentially is every 20 minutes you play Street Fighter, or anything for that matter, you take a 5-minute break. It's massively improving for your mental fortitude. It's going to make you tilt a lot less. You're not going to tilt Q anymore. It's going to make you better at combos. It's going to make you better at dealing with your mental stack, at dealing with your opponents. It's the best and most efficient way to learn any skill. Essentially, the concept behind it is we use science, bitch. Whenever you do the 20 and 5 rule, it helps develop the grooves in your brain. You go from smooth brain to groovy brain. Not much quicker, but much more efficiently, because your brain can only do so much for so long, and then it gets strained, and then that's it. We've all been there whenever you're studying or you're thinking or something, and then you can't do it anymore. Essentially, that's what happens after 20 minutes of Street Fighter, and then you sit down for 5 minutes, you come back, and it's like, oh, I could do combos better than I could before. It works with, like, when you're learning guitar, this is how you do it. When you're studying anything, really. I preach the 20 and 5 rule. Every one of these episodes are about 25 minutes. Some are a little longer, but the essential idea is about 25 minutes, because I'm playing for 20 minutes, and then I give you guys a 5-minute break. Usually we look at the culture, the characters, and just try to have a little bit of fun with it at the end of these videos. But those are the 4 main fundamentals that we want to be really honing in. Whenever we're having trouble, whenever we're getting tilted, we just refer back to these 4 fundamentals, and we get back on it, baby. So in the guide, I had the system mechanics. I'm not going to go through every single one of them. I'm just going to review them real quick. I have like a detailed description of all of them in the typed up guide if you want to review them yourself. But essentially, essentially, we have our drive gauge, drive impact, drive parry, drive rush, drive reversal, overdrive. There's also, things like jumping and chaining light buttons together, as well as throwing, like regular throw. These are all, universal mechanics built in to Street Fighter 6. You want to familiarize yourself with the mechanics of the game, because it's the game you're playing, These, essentially the idea of these is whenever there's a character or a move giving you trouble in this game, you want to, if you can't figure it out, like you're like, oh man, Marissa just keeps hitting me with her medium punch over and over again, and I block it. Then she drive rushes and command grabs me. Manon, I can't get Manon off me. Kimberly, if she gets me in the corner, I can't do anything. I just die. Refer back to these system mechanics. Refer back to the drive system that every character shares. And odds are one of these things in the drive system, one of them's going to do the trick for you. One of them's going to be your saving grace. Honda headbutt, a lot easier to perfect parry than you think. And you might be like, oh, that's way difficult. Trust me, take it into training mode and practice it a couple times, and it's laughable how easy it is to perfect parry Honda's headbutt. His butt slam's not that bad either. We used to think that character was the dumbest character in the game. Now we think he's one of the worst in the game because how easy it is. And then like Marissa, whenever she's training her medium punches or Kimberly gets you in the corner, you use drive reversal, and it's like, man, that's 2 bars, but it saved my bacon. Now she's frustrated because she's got to get back in, you know what I mean? And it's like, oh, I'd rather her be frustrated trying to get back in than me in the corner getting my cheeks spread, you know what I'm saying, by this pink-haired French ballerina. I digress. But yeah, familiarize yourself with the drive system. If you're having trouble dealing with the character in this game, like I said, just refer back to the drive mechanics and lab which one's which, or you can just ask me and I'll tell you what you can do about a move or something. You got to take it. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, if you just review these, anything that's giving you trouble, you'll probably find an answer. So I may have already had my bread and butters on the screen. I may have them on the screen now. Don't know, but I have them just typed up for you real quick. Like I said, nothing fancy. I'll have them on the screen with the annotations as well. But we got a light combo. It's very easy, you know, just sure you can enter a bonus light combo with Ken. He's one of the only characters I know that can do this. He might be the only character, but his crouching light punch links into his target combo, which is really crazy because you get that off and then you just do his enhanced Tatsu and it's welcome to the corner, baby. Pretty much all these combos I want to try ending in the enhanced Tatsu, but I've just added Shoryuken for, you know, because that's the big damage one. But whenever I'm playing them, I'll be pretty much just going for that enhanced Tatsu unless they're in the corner, and then I go for Shoryuken. But yeah, we got our splat combo, we got a combo for drive reversal, we got our crumple combo, heavy combo, etc., etc. Everything we said that we just needed, but look at that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 combos we want to learn. That's really it. You know, nothing crazy. Now, for the supers, you do kind of want to at least know how to go into like your level 3 or level 1 super, usually. Most characters are pretty similar in this regard. Ken, it's not difficult, but, you know, because you just want to be able to cash out when you can. But those combos I have above, if you take any one of those special moves, like how I say, end on Shoryuken, end on enhanced Tatsu, if you ever want to end in level 1, you could just remove that Shoryuken or Tatsu, that special move, and replace it with the level 1, and those combos should work. Or I'm pretty sure Ken, after his target combo, can just automatically go. Yeah, of course, he can just automatically go into any one of his supers if you want. Level 2, usually you want to go into after like an EX move, an overdrive move. So like the EX Shinrai, the light kick version, is it's pretty much going to what do you call it? Oh, light kick version. If you're using Ken's target combo and use light kick version of EX Genrai to light kick in there, that'll go into level 2. If you're hitting standing heavy punch, you want to do the heavy kick version of the EX Genrai, and that'll also combo into your level 2. Level 3, pretty much you're just going to be target combo, enhanced uppercut, level 3, and that's an easy cash out with Mr. Ken Masters. So we've reviewed, that's 2 of our fundamentals. Now for starter deck. So essentially how to find a starter deck, what I do is I watch a pro player and you'll see we'll either have them going now or we would have already had them going. But we'll watch Lashar versus Tokido. And if you look on the guide that I typed up for you, I do a play-by-play of everything that happens, every single play that happens in these rounds, 3 rounds right there. And I do the same thing for Ryukichi versus Xiaohai. And I get this data, see play-by-play, just like MLB, just like the NBA. This is how we learn, people. We look at the greats, you know what I mean? And we study their games, just like chess, just like any game that's ever been made. You look at the people who win, and you see how they won. and then you try to decipher it. You know what I mean? You try to analyze it and see what you could learn from it. So I won't read this all off, but you could look through it if you want. But what I did is I got the oldest data from 3 rounds of each of them, and I took that data and I made my starter deck game plans. So our game plans with Ken are going to be very easy. I pretty much share the same game plan with every character now these days. I should have did it back in the day, but I kind of just, developed it over time. That's how we learn, right? We just, over time we learn. But you want to pop quiz opponents. The idea of pop quizzing is every opponent is different, but they might have different weaknesses that you didn't know about. So like with Ken, we want to, do they have an answer for jumps? Do they have an answer for his Dragon Lash? Do they have answers for fireballs? Are they mashing on wake up? Do they tech throws? Do they have answers for Jinrai kick? Are they going to do anything about Jinrai kick? Do they tech throws? Do they never tech throws? Do they check your dry rush when you dry rush at them? Do they parry too much? Do they jump too much? Do they ever DI you back in the corner? Do they have an answer for DI in the corner? We want to go through these options, simple options. Sounds like a lot, but it's really not. That's just playing the game. But we just want to go through these options and see if our opponent has any answers for them. Because guess what? If they don't have answers for them, that's free damage and you can abuse it and beat them. That's not our fault if they don't know, if they didn't do their homework. You know what I mean? That's, hey man, it's a dog eat dog world out here. We want to win. If they don't know what to do about Jinrai kick, we're gonna abuse it and we're gonna win. That's why we picked Ken. You know what I'm saying? So that's our core game plan. And then 2 other game plans. The first one is getting a hit. Pretty much any hit, mainly crouching medium kick dry rush is what, happens all day, every day. But standing heavy punch into dry rush or just regular standing heavy punch. With Ken, if he gets his counter hit standing heavy kick, they they go airborne in a punish counter state. And he could dry rush at him and get a combo. Essential idea, or just every time you hit the target combo. But the essential idea is to just go into these basic combos and then end it in an enhanced Tatsu. And then your opponent's pretty much going to be automatically in a corner after that. That carries them like 3/4 to screen from anywhere on the map. And once you carry them to the corner, you throw loop them and you Jinrai kick them to death. Very simple game plan, very effective. It's yeah, we'll get into it after the placements and more matches with Kid. Just how simple and effective this Unga Bunga strategy is. Then we have our game plan 3. I call it the old way because it's just basic fundamental Street Fighter. You can always fall back on when they jump. You anti-air them. You zone them with fireballs to try to get them to jump or do something else that you could punish. With Ken, his new additions to his old way is his EX Fireball, which has been around for a while, but Ken's is a bit different in this game because his EX Fireball's 2 hits, but it leaves him standing, so you could drive rush after it and chase after it and get in pretty much whenever you want. And if it hits, you get a combo, which is pretty disgusting. And then he's got his Dragon Lash, which isn't the best move, but if people aren't ready for it, you're going to get free pressure, and free pressure is good because it leads to damage, which leads to wins, which is how we're going to get Ken to Master Rank. So that's going to be it for this guide. Like I said, review one more time if you haven't. Take pictures of the guide. And then after this, I'll take you guys through every single match that I go through on my way to Master Rank. I'll start with the placements, and then literally every match I'll have up, and I'll analyze them for you. So that way we can learn more and more about how I get Ken to Master Rank. So look forward to the placements tomorrow. I am the Depressed Gamer. I need you all to be good to yourselves. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I appreciate every single like you guys leave, and I reply to every single comment. You guys are the best. I really appreciate it. We just hit 200 subscribers, which is pretty rad in my opinion. Didn't think I would get 3 subscribers, let alone 200. So that's pretty awesome. I appreciate you guys, and I'll do my best to keep educating and entertaining you. Keep on struggling out there, people, and I will see you in the next one.